What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a story time. A story time related to what happened to my dad and I on the Allegheny River. So, very short and sweet. I was driving the boat. My dad was sitting next to me, and I was going about 50 miles an hour at 5,000 RPM. And all of a sudden, I heard a loud bang and rapid, explosions. It almost sounded like machine gun fire. So I hurry up and shut the boat down. My dad opens the cover above the motor, and our boat's a 95 Crownline with a 350 Chevy. He saw a red glow in the bottom of the bilge, and for you guys that don't have boats or don't know about boats, your bilge is the bottom of the boat on the inside. He realizes a red glow in the bottom of the bilge, so he grabs a fire extinguisher, but didn't have to use it because it cooled off and wasn't a fire. So we're stopped, we're shut down, we're sitting in the middle of the river, and it was a very quiet day, like no river traffic. And we found out that the spark plug came out of the head. Now here's the crazy thing. The steel sleeve of the spark plug stayed in the head. It didn't come out. The only part of the spark plug that came out was the porcelain and the electrode. I mean, it was insane. I've never seen anything like it before. Neither has my father. And actually, here's the spark plug. As you can see, it has the porcelain part right here, AC Delco. Then here's the electrode, the bottom part of the spark plug that goes in the head of your engine. Luckily, the bottom part stayed in one piece, and you could just spin it out with a socket. You didn't have to drill and tap out your head again. So here we are sitting in the middle of the river. We can't run the engine in fear of hurting it or making some damage. We didn't know if it did cause any damage, but we had the boat serviced, obviously new spark plug put in. And the man who fixes our boat, named Brian, he works and owns Outboard Haven in Verona. He did a compression test on the number 3 cylinder where it blew out, and he said everything was fine where it should be, so there's no damage done to the boat. So we were lucky enough to have someone close by who was actually on a pontoon boat. His family were out for the day, and they were just out on the river sitting underneath some shade, and he pulled us in and towed us back to the docks to put the boat on the trailer. Putting the boat on the trailer was fun. Very fun. In case you didn't know, I'm being sarcastic. Because it didn't run. And putting a boat on a trailer that does not run is very hard. So nothing really bad happened. I mean, it scared both of us. We thought it was a lower end problem, like a rod bearing, or we blew the motor. Because that's what it sounded like at first. We didn't know it was a spark plug. Now, we don't know what caused the spark plug to break and separate. It either could have been, it was defective from the factory. When it was put in, it cracked. There's a number of things that could have happened. Brian at Outboard Haven said he's only seen this about 7 times in his entire life. So it's not very common that this happens. But, I mean, like I said, it was scary. You didn't know what was happening. And luckily, when it did happen, I hurried up and shut it down and brought it back to neutral and shut it down. And by the time that the boat's motor completely shut down, we were still moving down the river because of the wake that I made pushed me down the river about 200 yards. I was moving too. So, and it's pretty amazing that he was able to salvage the spark plug. That way we could see what happened. I'm definitely not getting rid of this. This is pretty cool. So when I tell this story, time to come, years to come, months, whatever, and people are like, no way, that never happened, I can go, oh yeah? It did. So that's the story time on what happened on the Allegheny River in the 1995 Crownline with the 350 Chevy. That is all I have for you today. I have some more videos that I'm working on right now, soon to come. You have a good day. I'm out.